We are back. It's Friday. It's all about Ask Mbithe. We take it down a notch and we try and understand what was happening in the market, but more importantly, during this show, your voice is the most important voice for all of us. We have had you on the streets, that's Metropole Quest Streets. Our production team here at Markets Today took it out to the street to understand what you guys want to know. And conversely, we invited you on our SMS line, Kwanangos, number 20146. We asked you, give us your questions. We have a few questions lined up. It's not too late. 20146, that's the number. Or you can reach out to us at Metropole TV on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn, or at Mbithe Mwema on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, on LinkedIn. Let's take it up with the first question for the day, and that's just coming up right now. And we have at Mr. Slim Khalifa. Hello, Mr. Khalifa. Hello, Mbithe. Great to hear from you today. To my question, does the Capital Markets Authority have laws on trading on privileged information, insider trading? Yes, it does. Not only the Capital Markets Authority in Kenya, but world over. Insider trading is highly frowned upon and it's quite unethical. This doesn't happen in the Kenyan market. We have laws that determine the proper procedure for making material information public. Companies are not allowed to disclose any material information or financial news to select investors or select shareholders unless they are making this information available to all their shareholders through verified channels that have been stipulated by the Capital Markets Authority. In this case, what you typically see when companies are announcing either full-year numbers or half-year results or quarterly results for the case of the banks, they are required to make this publication in 2 local dailies that have national circulation, as well as to put them up on their websites. And the market intermediaries, your stockbroker, also gets this information and has the responsibility of passing this information to you. The element of insider trading used to be there in all the markets, Kenya included, a very long while ago, but the structure of the markets has improved. The regulator has played a very fundamental role in enhancing this. Also, the procedures that are set out by the Nairobi Securities Exchange have been able to mitigate this. So it's not an incident that occurs on it doesn't occur, but what typically happens is the companies have particular procedures to communicate information that pertains and is material to their operations to all shareholders at the same time. I hope that answers you, Mr. Khalifa. Let's see the next question. This is from Art Ronald. He says that he wants a clear concept about balance of payments and its relation to the national economy. How does it affect the national economy? Art Ronald, thank you so much for this question. And what we will do, we'll actually take a deep dive on this as an economic concept next week on Ask Mbithe. But the key thing about balance of payments, you're comparing your exports vis-a-vis your imports. How much does your country, Kenya in this case, owe others vis-a-vis how they owe you? This particular element ties into the current account deficit, and it has a direct linkage with the currency. This is a key metric that people tend to look out for, and you'll see there's a correlation in one way or the other to this particular element, your current account deficit and your currency weakness or strength. But we will be able to just break it down and have some figures or graphics that can help us to be able to demystify this question. But thank you so much for your question. I hope you will join us again next week on Friday. Let's see the next question. Okay, why is CBK shying on regulating banks' digital products, i.e. Forlisa and Mshwari? And I think this comes off the back of the conversation that we have seen on Forlisa. Online, we have seen people just come up and say, this company is charging too much, over 300 percentage points per year, if you actually analyze the cost of Forlisa as a product. Well, Forlisa as a product is an overdraft product, and it's offered by Safaricom, which is the largest telecom in Kenya. Now, the Central Bank of Kenya shying away is not a position that I can answer. We probably want to ask this to the Central Bank of Kenya, because the mandate of CBK is actually regulating the financial institutions. Forlisa is a byproduct of Safaricom, and it's not necessarily under the direct purview of the Central Bank of Kenya. So I wouldn't say that it's actually shying away, but what tends to happen between the Central Bank of Kenya, which regulates the banks, and the Communication Authority, which regulates the telco, there is some interplay between these 2 institutions in terms of oversight of that sector. Now, the key thing that you need to take out here is the nature of Forlisa as a product. It's an overdraft product. It's akin to having a credit card. When you have a credit card, there's always a charge that runs up on any outstanding balance after the day that you actually take it on. So the way Forlisa charges you, it's as long as you have any amount outstanding, you'll keep on being charged and being charged and being charged, and it doesn't charge the same way a normal debt charges. If you take a Forlisa loan and pay it back by the evening, this doesn't count for you. I think the key issue that we need to be focusing on as an economy is, as opposed to saying that Forlisa or other digital lenders are being predatory, is asking yourself, if you are a consumer of Safaricom products, do you know that you only constitute only 4% of the shareholding of this company? So as opposed to spending all your time on Forlisa, can you challenge yourself and put money aside and invest in this company as opposed to being highly dependent on debt? But yes, I hear your question, and I hope that demystifies that particular concept. Let's see the next question coming up. This is at Jennifer. Thank you for reaching out. Why did the NSE 25, NSE 20, NSE all share indices have been experiencing ups and downs this week? Well, Jennifer, these indices, the 25 and the 24 one, have 25 and 20 constituents respectively. NSE 25 has 25 companies. NSE 20 has 20 companies. NSE all share has all the companies. These indices are market weighted. What happens is you'll take the value of these companies, and then each and every single day you adjust this index based on how the price moves. So if we start with NSE 25, the 25 companies, not all of them will move in the same direction. One day, some of the higher components will move up. The NSE 25 index will move up. The next day, it will move down. So that's what typically happens. You use it as an anchor to get a sense of where is happening with prices on the NSE. So if prices are going up, then the indices will go up. If prices are coming down, then the indices will come down. Another parameter that you want to look at when you're trying to understand how the market is operating is also looking at the price-earnings ratio to see when the prices are coming down, and that has been the trend, general trend this year, is there an opportunity to actually start buying some stocks. The PE for the NSE is now 9.2 times, meaning that there are some opportunities that are available for you to start looking out at. So yes, the indices go up and down to represent the constituents that make up these indices. I think that's all we had for you today here at Markets Today. Thank you so much for your time. Our SMS line is still on. We want to hear your voices, and we hope to be able to do this again with you on Friday. From myself, the team here at Markets Today and Metropole TV, asanteni sana. Enjoy your weekend. It's been an exciting Ask Mbithe session. See you on Monday as we go back to talking about the economy to understand more. Enjoy your weekend, and kwaheri.